we're going to take a look at codechallenge.dev in its current state. So right now, you get started by logging in with GitLab. So as you can see, I wasn't yet logged in with GitLab.com, so I'll go ahead and do that. As you can see here, we're at GitLab. We're just logging into GitLab. Nothing funny there. Do two-factor auth. Great. All right, so then I'm presented with this screen asking if I want to authorize CodeChallenge to use my account. So that shows us like what permissions we're granting to it, which is basically the ability to read the user information for the user. I say authorize. And then I'm presented with the home screen. So I'd see my challenges that I have here. If there were any active challenges already, I could join them here. And if there's any previous ones that I've been in, they'd be there. And also the idea is there would probably be the ability to have a short URL like codechallenge.dev/invite/KubeCon, which goes to straight to the challenge that you want to be invited to maybe. But let's say I'm going to create a challenge because I'm the challenge administrator. So I could say make my own challenge. I'm going to say Brendan's website challenge. Say make some changes to Brendan's website. Just a little title and description. The shorter ID would be the thing I'd use in that short URL. And I'll put a start date of today and an end date of some date in the future. And then this is critical. Which GitLab project are we going to use? So I'm going to say gitlab.com/Brendan/website is going to be the project we use. So create. All right. So now we're at the challenge page, and we can see that we've got the Brendan's website challenge. We've got the avatar from that GitLab repository. If we go to gitlab.com/Brendan/website, we can see that here, right? And then we see there's one total entrance. That's just me as the owner of it. And I can say, okay, I want to add a level, right? Like levels of completion. So the first one's going to be make any merge request. Oops. And I'm going to say that's type of a merge request. And I'm going to say it's level number 1. And I'm going to leave these blank for now. We'll talk about those in a second. And hit save. You can see I've got one level here. And I'm going to add one more level and say make a merge request and add a deploy stage. So in this one, we're going to say type merge request in level 2. And we're going to say that merge request must contain stage:\deploy, which would be the syntax for adding a stage name deploy, or a job for the stage name deploy, rather. And we're going to go ahead and say save. And so now we've got these two levels. And wait, we see one completed. What is that? So one has completed level 1. Let's go and look at the details here. We can see Brendan O'Leary, who is at O'Leary on GitLab, completed level 1. And we can see here this link. Because in the background, we went and searched through merge request and said, has this user at O'Leary ever made any merge request to /Brendan/website? And he has. It's right here. But what gets really interesting is here we see it's incomplete because this user has not made a merge request that adds a deploy stage. But what if we're a user that had? So if I switch GitLab accounts and I log in as another account, the /Brendan account actually, versus /O'Leary, we sign in. I've already authorized CodeChallenge, so I'm brought right in. And I can see that there's active challenges that I can join. There's this Brendan website challenge on the start date and end date, and I can say, okay, let me see the details of that. And, oh, okay, this looks kind of cool. Let me go ahead and join that. Yes, I'm in. So now, as a participant in that, I can still see how many participants there are and how many have completed each level, but I don't have that settings and details button. If I go back here to the O'Leary account, we can see, we do have that, and we have this update scoring button. So right now it updates every 5 minutes. And so if I go back here we'll now see that @Brendan is in. If I click update scoring and give it a little bit of time, could take up to a minute or two to go find, I found this one really quickly that Brendan did, but it's still scanning through every merge request and all the details, so it hasn't found anything yet for level 2. Let's check it out in a second here. Oh, look, @Brendan has completed both level 1 and level 2. If I click on level 2, you can see here's a merge request from @Brendan, and in the changes, we can see it has reference to stage deploy. So that is the basics of what we have working so far. I can also edit the settings, and here we can see these things. I have another update score button. I can deactivate the challenge, delete the challenge, and that's kind of where we're at. So this also is going to let us have that manual level, right? Let's say contribute to GitLab, right? Which might be a little harder to verify. It's probably going to be in a different project. Uh-oh. Probably was missing something required. Validation isn't something that we've done perfectly yet. Let's try again. Okay, great. So now we have this contribute to GitLab level, which isn't going to necessarily be picked up automatically, right? Because that's going to be a merge request off a different project, and we may, or it may be on any project that's in GitLab, right? We're just going to see if that person is a contributor, maybe manually. So now I can say, okay, has @Brendan I saw has contributed to GitLab, and I can click edit, and I can say, yep, they've contributed, and then I can put a link in. So actually, let's go find that real quick, just to make it realistic. Or GitLab merge requests, author equals Brendan, and merged. All right, so here's a merge request to GitLab that Brendan did, and we can paste it in there, say add, and now we've manually verified that Brendan has completed level 3. And if something went wrong with the level 2 completion, we could also delete that and say, no, actually it's not completed. Something was off about it. All right, I think that's what we've got. Thanks.